Hey, what's up my friends? David Moss Jr. here, and I want to answer some of the questions that I've been receiving in the comments from my full review of the Ice Up Industries Barrel Cold Plunge. Now I will tell you this, I've had this for over a week and I have been using it on a daily basis, and I am extremely thrilled with the overall quality of the product, but more importantly, the fact that it's sitting out here on my dock in Florida and it's been 100 degrees every single day and it has not skipped a beat. It gets beat up by the rain every day. The chiller is literally sitting out here exposed to the elements, and the tub is sitting out here exposed to the sun all day. The sun is beaming on this thing and the temperature has stayed exactly what I want it every single day. No matter what time I've came, if I come in the morning, in the afternoon, or even in the evening, it is exactly spot on. Now, why am I saying that with such enthusiasm? Well, I'll tell you. So if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I review a lot of different cold plunge systems out there. I've also built quite a few, and I've used a lot of different chillers and a lot of different components. I've used different size tubing, I've used different size chillers, I've used different size pumps, I've used internal and external pumps, I've used filters, no filters, so many different things that I've tried. And when I put a video together for you, I want to make sure I give you all of my experiences so you don't have to waste time doing the same things and making the same mistakes that I did. So I want to tell you, if you do decide to get yourself an Ice Up Industries Barrel Cold Plunge system, I want you to know how much room you need, because a lot of people ask, hey, how big is the chiller? The dimensions aren't on the website. Or hey, how much room do you need to set it up? Well, in this video, I want to measure this for you and I want to answer the questions that I've been receiving. And if you have a question that I have not answered, or if you have a question that maybe you haven't seen other people ask, please ask me in the comments below. I will do my best to answer every question that you have. I want to give you all the information you need to make the best decision if you're gonna buy a cold plunge yourself or build a cold plunge yourself. I wanna make sure that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Because at the end of the day, I want everybody out there to enjoy and experience the benefits of cold plunging just like me and my family have, and so many others. So let's get to it. All right, so first, if you get this set up, I wanna measure it and tell you exactly how big of a space you're gonna need and how much room you're gonna need. Okay, so the stairs themselves are inflatable. The plunge itself, the barrel is inflatable, and the lid is inflatable. It comes with a bag, so it's very easy to take this with you anywhere you wanna go. However, when you do have it where you wanna go, like right now I have it out here on my dock, how much room are you gonna need? So let me tell you. The stairs themselves, at the widest point, are gonna take up 32 inches, and they're gonna stick out 28 inches from the barrel. At the highest point, they're 17 inches off the ground. The barrel itself, I would say, and I'm giving you a little bit of room here, 40 inches, and it's a circle, by 44 to 45 inches. Let's just say 45 to give you some room. So 45 inches tall, and like I said, 40 inches wide. So, to give you a full measurement of just the barrel setup itself, let's go from the top to the top of the stairs. You're gonna need 5.5 feet long. And obviously, the width is gonna stay the same at 40 inches just for the barrel itself. And now for the chiller. For the chiller itself is 32 inches long, and it's a beast of a chiller. 18 inches wide and 19 inches tall. That's just for the chiller. Obviously on the back of the chiller, you're gonna have some tubes, so let's talk about how much room you're gonna need for that. All right, so they're gonna give you about 60, just under 60 inches of tubing. What I love about the tubing, and I've been able to talk to the owners of the company before they even produced this, is they went with a wider tube, so it's much better for water flow. So you're gonna get more flow of water, obviously gonna keep the water cooler, is gonna make the chiller more efficient, pulling less power. Having a wider tube is a must. I've experimented with 1/2 inch tube, 3/4 inch tube, and full inch tube, and every single time I would go with the wider tube at this point, because I've learned that the wider the tube, the more the flow, and the colder the water gets, and easier it stays there. So, as far as the tubing goes, very flexible. It goes right into the back of the barrel there, very easy. You don't need a ton of room back here, so as you can see, I mean, I have 15 inches, and I have it, 3 feet away. So I have the chiller right next to the plunge itself. If you wanted to get, the cool thing is if you wanted to get longer tubing and put the chiller in one spot, put the barrel 20 feet away, I mean, you really could. You just have to go pick up some basic 1-inch tubing. It's very easy, not crazy stuff, but it also looks really good right next to it. And now for the number one question I get is how much room is there inside the barrel? So I'll measure it exactly. There's 31 inches inside the walls. It's a circle. And I don't want to put this in there, but whatever, right? and you're gonna have 39 inches to the top of the barrel. And when you get in there, obviously the water rises to the top here, but there's a ton of room inside this barrel. I'm 6'1", 210 pounds right now, and I'm about to get in here and show you just how much room there is. Whew. God, I don't care how many times you cold plunge. I've been cold plunging religiously for well over a year now. Doesn't seem like a long time, but man, a year of cold plunging, like 3 to 7 days a week minimum. Even when I'm on vacation, I find ways to get cold. Matter of fact, there's a cool video on my channel if you've ever been traveling and you go on vacation and you just need to get cold, other than just cranking the shower to as cold as possible. There's a lot of really cool, creative, free ways that you can create an ice bath in a hotel or at a resort. So, well, let me talk about the room. So, as you know, I do a lot of cold plunging in my ice barrel. I have my ice barrel DIY, and right now I'm literally in the same active position. I'm squatted down, my feet are flat against the ground. There's a good base down here as far as like the floor is flat, so like the material is not insulated at the floor. It is thin, so whatever you put this thing on as far as the ground goes is what you're going to be on top of. So right now I'm on top of that dock decking, and it's nice. My shoulders, my back, my armpits, the backs of my legs, I'm able to get every inch of my body that's inside this water cold, able to keep it in the water, touching the cold. And what's cool is, I don't know if you see this, but there's this little bubbler right here. So they created this plunge with, that's where the water comes out after it goes through the chiller. That's where the ozone comes out if you want to activate the ozone, which does come in this chiller. So that's really cool. You can keep your water really clean and you don't have to buy an extra ozone generator like I had to do on many of my other cold plunges. But it puts this little bubble in the water, which helps to keep the water, oxygen in the water, which helps keep the water clean as well on a regular basis. But also it feels kind of like a jacuzzi. You got a nice little bubble right there on your vagus nerve. So you got freezing cold, bubbly jet water hitting you right on the vagus nerve in between the shoulder blades, and it feels really, really nice. But what I love about this plunge though is there's so much room in it. This is probably, other than the big tubs, it's one of the most roomy cold plunges that I've been in, and I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan, man. Ice Up Industries, when we started talking about doing this together, doing a review together, and giving a discount code out to my viewers together, I was skeptical because obviously there's a million cold plunge companies coming out right now, and everybody's trying to get in the scene. It's kind of a wonder why I didn't start a cold plunge company. Anyway, talked to the owners, super cool guys right here in Florida. They actually brought this entire setup up here to my house, helped me set it up, and watched me do my first plunge. And man, I'm a fan of them, and I'm a fan of their plunge. And for the price point, I recommend, if anybody's looking to get into cold plunging, this is a good one that I would recommend taking a look at, because it's not gonna break the bank. It looks really cool. A lot of people love it. And at the end of the day, it's a great quality product from what I'm able to see. People ask me about the quality over time. Like, obviously it's an inflatable tub. There's a lot of inflatable tubs on the market right now. So that is a question. How long can an inflatable tub last? I can tell you I have an inflatable paddleboard that I've had for 6 years, and I do not take care of it. It sits on the side of my house. The kids use it as like a kayak paddleboard all the time. Their friends come over, use it, leave it in the lake all the time, and it still works. So it's basically, in a sense, the same material. So I imagine this is gonna last a pretty good time as long as you take care of it. I mean, if you take care of something, it's gonna last longer. It doesn't matter what the quality is. And not to mention, it does come with a 1-year warranty, and they're here in Florida in the United States of America. So that stands for something too. They're a local company. It's a great way to start your day. Great way to start your day. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, I think you're really gonna wanna check out this video right here, something you really might be interested in. So check this out right here.